Hello, you're welcome to my channel. Don't forget to subscribe. So today we'll be looking at IELTS requirement for different Canada regions and also other countries that don't require IELTS for registration into their nursing council. The first one we are going to look at is the Nova Scotia College of Nursing.
Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals they take us higher. The night's young and it's just begun as she puts her hand in mine. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull the stars from the sky just.
So let's read. To register and license with Nova Scotia Council College of Nurses, all of our applicants are required to provide evidence of English language proficiency for internationally educated nurses. Effective October 14th, 2022, the assessment for English language proficiency will be conducted by Nova Scotia College of Nurses, not the National Nurses Assessment Service. All internationally educated nurses applicants will submit their proof of language proficiency directly to the Nova Scotia College of Nurses. Language proficiency registration requirements. You can meet the English language proficiency registration requirements in the following ways. 1. Current or previous registration or licensure to practice as a regulated health personnel in a jurisdiction where healthcare services are provided in English in any country. Graduation from an entry to practice nursing education program where theory and clinical experiences were provided in English in any country. Completion of post-entry nursing education in English in any country. Testing, you have IELTS and the Canadian English language bench mark assessment for nurses. The employer's assessment. If you notice here, it is said in any country. They didn't say in some recognized English-speaking countries. So let's check the required test scores. So for the Canadian English language benchmark assessment for nurses, you have writing 7, and then speaking and reading 8, and then listening you are supposed to have 9, and then for IELTS, writing is 6.5, speaking is 7, reading is 6.5, and overall you must have 7. You know that a lot of people have gotten 6.5 on reading and writing, but because they focused on UK, they had to rewrite many times just to have the required score. Whereas in Canada, you could use that very score. So you can download your result directly, or you arrange with your language testing center to send your result directly to registration at nscn.ca. So let's check on the expiry of the English language proficiency test. Your English language proficiency test results expire 2 years from the date you complete the test. NSCN may still consider this and other expired language tests in the assessment of your English language proficiency. Feel free to include this course with your application. That is a great news. So if your IELTS and if you have the required score, if your IELTS has expired, so with this route you can still use it. That is a great news. So if you have any questions, just direct them to registration at nscn.ca.
Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals they take us higher. The night's young and it's just begun as she puts her hand in mine. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light.
Let's take a look at the requirements needed to register with this council. We have registration and licensure statistics, criminal record check, currency of practice, English language proficiency, assessing your records, dual licensure, nursing license and competence assessment, fees and payment and receipt, professional liability protection.
Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals they take us higher. The night's young and it's just begun as she puts her hand in mine. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull the stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop, as we shout from the top. We're gonna be two hearts running wild.
For currency of practice, you're required to meet the currency of practice requirement to become licensed as a nurse in Nova Scotia. The currency of practice requirement is important because it means you have recent practice or recently completed nursing education and are connected to nursing practice. You must, for a licensed practical nurse and a registered nurse, you must meet one or more of the following currency of practice options to be eligible for registration and or licensure in Nova Scotia. 1. Current licensure in another Canadian jurisdiction in the same destination you are applying for. 2. Current licensure as an registered nurse in another jurisdiction as designated by the CEO, including the Philippines, Nigeria, India, UK, US, Australia, and New Zealand. This option is only available to registered nurse applicants who are applying for registration and an initial practice license with Nova Scotia Council of Nurses, College of Nurses. Sorry. You have practiced no later than 3 licensure years prior to your application with a minimum of 320 hours. So you complete this form if you wish to review the documents that have been received in relation to your application. Concerning dual licensure in Nova Scotia, dual licensure is permitted by law, but however, as a regulator, we do not support this practice. So as a nurse, if you have an HND and a degree certificate, so you either choose your HND to register with or your degree to register with. Or if you're a licensed practical nurse and a registered nurse, you choose one to register with. So let's dive into the fee section. So for application for assessment for licensed practical nurse registration, international nurses from Philippines, India, Nigeria, USA, UK, Australia and New Zealand, the total cost is 57.50 Canadian dollars. Nurses from other countries, the total fee is 345 Canadian dollars. So Nigeria is very lucky to be among the 7 countries. Registration and licensure for licensed practical nurse not intended to apply for a license is 115 Canadian dollars. Licensed practical nurse applying for licensure of 4 months, 58 Canadian dollars. Annual license, 374 Canadian dollars. Practicing license prorated after May 1st, $190.90 Canadian dollars. So if you want to reactivate your license, the fee is $57.50. Administration fee $86.25. With the licensing exams, you have Canadian Practical Nurse Registration Examination, which is $690. Then Canadian Practicing Nurse Registration, Practical Nurse Registration Examination change fee. The change fee is $57.50. This is if you wish to change the date of your exam. This partner is for registered nurses, those from the 7 designated countries, which Nigeria is lucky to be among. It's just $57 for application for assessment, and other countries the fee is $575. So let's go to registration and licensure. Registration only if you don't intend to apply for license is $115. If you want to apply for a 4-month license, it's $125. Administration fee for licensure, you have reactivation of license, $57. Then administration fee to pay license in multiple installments, $86.25. The licensing exams for first writing is $143.75. That is exam administration fee for registered nurses. For subsequent writings, it is $71.88. Let's go now to the requirements needed for Saskatchewan Nursing Council. Number 1, receive an advisory report from the National Nursing Assessment Service. If English is not your primary language, an acceptable English language test is required. Successfully complete a nursing education program. If you have successfully completed a nursing education program. Proof of initial registration from the country where you completed your basic nursing education, and proof of most recent registration if it's different from your initial registration. Reference from most recent nurse manager or supervisor who is familiar with your registered nurse practice. Proof of legal name. In the past 5 years, you must have worked at least 1,125 hours of nursing practice. Submit your application for licensure along with application fees. So now for the process, you complete the nurse assessment and receive an advisory report from National Nursing Assessment Service. Complete the online assessment for registered nurse eligibility with the CRNS. Upload a copy of your birth certificate and government issued photo ID and marriage certificate, registration or licensure form from the country you obtain your basic nursing education. That is where you studied your nursing in your country. Complete the verification of current or most recent registration or licensure form and send it to the registration body of the province or country where you have most recently registered as a registered nurse. If you have just recently registered to another country, complete a consent form to obtain employment verification and send required documents by email as an attachment to international@crns.ca. So when your assessment for registered nurse eligibility has been completed, you will be contacted on the next step on what to do. So for the English requirement test as effective 14 November 2022, we have for International English Language Testing System, you have 6.5 for writing and reading and 7 for listening, speaking and overall. Note you may be eligible for NAS new expedited service if you are applying to any of the following regulatory bodies: Nurses Association of New Brunswick, the College of Registered Nurses and Midwives of Prince Edward Island, the College of Registered Nurses of Saskatchewan, the Saskatchewan Association of Licensed Practical Nurses, the College of Licensed Practical Nurses of Manitoba, and the College of Licensed Practical Nurses of Newfoundland and Labrador. And your application with NAS stays active up to 12 months from the date you paid for your application and is submitted. If you have not submitted all your required documents after that time, it will expire. In order to effectively manage time for your application, read the NAS application handbook. Begin the process of gathering the required documents before opening your main application and paying any fees. If you have any question that you can't find answers on our fact pages, don't forget that our dedicated support team can help you by toll-free telephone. So you can see there's a telephone number, or by email. Follow our step-by-step guide to the application process. You can mark off each step as you complete it. Let's take a look at the score for Alberta. So reading and writing is still 6.5 as other regions, and then listening, speaking, and overall is 7. But you can see from here that the scores has been reduced. Listening from 7.5 to 7 and writing from 7 to 6. So in addition to passing score changes, applicants now only need to submit test score once. The National Nurses Assessment Service is the first step for international educated nurses. The organization reviews education for nursing regulators across Canada. NAS will no longer check English language test scores. This is just the same like the NCLEX. CGFNS verifies your documents, education, your nursing license, but it doesn't check your height. You don't need to write the IELTS at the start of your registration, your application with the nursing council, since it expires after 2 years. So for application assessment, the fee is $236.25. For renewal or return to practice and virtual care applicants, you don't have to pay any money. Permit fees. The permit fee is only collected once per registrant per practice year. This fee structure is for permits effective between October 1st, 2023 and September 30, 2024. So the cost is $504. Courtesy registration status $252 Canadian dollars. Prorated permit fee from May 1st, 2024 to September 30, 2024. The cost is $302.40 Canadian dollars. From July 1st, 2024 to September 30th, the fee is $201 Canadian dollars. So you can see, according to months, service fee is $40 Canadian dollars for verification and transcript. So you can do the math and calculate all the costs. So how do you join the register? If you're interested in practicing as a registered nurse or nurse practitioner in Alberta, you need to join the College of Registered Nurses of Alberta Connect. So College Connect account where you begin your application process. For initial registration, applicants, you click here. For equivalent jurisdiction applicants, you click here. That is transfer from another Canadian jurisdiction. So this is how you start your application. Renewal and return to practice applicants, you click here. So for Manitoba, it's same writing and reading 6.5 and the rest 7. Note this includes the standard error in measurement of 0.5. I used to ask myself why, after spending so much money on IELTS and then it expires just after 2 years. So this is their reason. They said your language can improve or worsen over time. So that is why they require a test after 2 years. Have you also been asking yourself that question? Because IELTS is very expensive, but it expires just after 2 years. So, do you mean my English language speaking skills will reduce after 2 years? I think it will instead increase.
Take note of this. Your work experience can meet our English language proficiency requirement. This is also another route to immigrate to New Brunswick. Other countries without IELTS requirement.
So for Dubai Health Authority, we search through the Sherian portal. So let's see what we have here. For healthcare professionals, Sherian helps you get registered and licensed to practice in Dubai. Explore. For healthcare facilities, Sherian helps you set up license your facility, Dubai Medical Registry. So we are going to open to explore for healthcare professionals. The first step is a self assessment tool which is free of charge. You answer some questions that will be asked, and after you create your account, the result will be sent if you are eligible to be registered or not. If you are eligible, you now create an account with data flow, which is a verification body. You pay and your documents are being verified before writing the THA exam.